Morning, everybody. So who here has supplies for the lab today? Sam does? Oh, good. And then Sam, do you have a quart size or a sandwich bag?
I have both, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, great. Okay. Because I was hoping you all could do, so yesterday I gave you the amount for a quart size bag, which I think it would be more interesting if you were to find on your own how much to use for a sandwich bag and then try it. Because that's not as fun to be told how much to put in because you know that's going to be right. So for anybody who has a sandwich bag, if you haven't already, go ahead and find out how much you need to put in there. So for a sandwich bag, it's 0.65 liters full. And I showed you yesterday for a quart size bag how much to put in for that. So for anybody who has a sandwich bag, I would recommend using that one because it's just more interesting to not know for sure if you got it right or not. For the quart size bag, it was 0.946 liters. And then for those who don't have supplies, what I wanted to do is just, you can tell me what your calculations were for a sandwich bag, and then I will try it on my own and just see what would have happened if you tried that for yourself. So for anybody who doesn't have supplies with them, you can either tell me or chat with me and tell me what you got for baking soda and vinegar in a sandwich bag. And then I'll try it and you can see what would have happened.
So we can do the experiment right now?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, let's go and see what you got. So did you figure out for a sandwich bag what to use?
So I should do it for find the calculation for a sandwich bag, even if I'm doing a quart.
No,
I can do it.
if you have a sandwich bag, it'd be better for you to calculate how much you need for a sandwich bag. Because I gave you yesterday what to do for a quart size bag. So you already know that. But I'd rather, if you can, find out for a sandwich bag how much you need for it to be full completely without bursting it, and then try that. Again, for anybody else who has supplies, let me know what your calculation is, and I can do that for you. And if anybody is trying it, be sure to have a video on so we can all see what's happening because it's can be kind of dramatic. Okay, so Brooklyn got two numbers, and I'm going to try it, and we'll see what happens. So she said to use 34.8 milliliters of vinegar. And for vinegar, if you're doing this at home, make vinegar excess. It works better if you do. So in this case, she calculated out 34.8 milliliters. I would add about 10 more milliliters than what you calculate it to be. So 34.8, we'll add about 44 or so. So that's the vinegar right there. Baking soda, let's see, she said 1.5 teaspoons. And again, if you have a scale, you can measure it out in grams, but teaspoons are fine too. So we're gonna use the sandwich bag for this one. And add the baking soda to the bag first. So vinegar, you wanna keep separate from the baking soda because it's gonna react with it. And that's important, you don't want it to react until you're ready for it to. Okay, so we got 1.5 teaspoon. Okay, so in the bag right here, I would put it in the corner and just kind of like twist it around. So the baking soda just stays in one place like that. You're gonna pour the vinegar in the other part of the bag. So this is a little bit tricky, but you want to just kind of pour it in. Well, and then close it up. You might need somebody else to help you with this because it's hard to do with just one person and one hand, but that's kind of what you do. Make sure that it's sealed completely. That's important. You want any gas to escape. And then when you're sure it's sealed completely, then you can let it go. If you did it right, the bag will inflate and get pretty full, but it won't pop. So let's see this one does. You can see it's getting pretty full. We'll see if it pops. If Brooklyn did it right, it's not going to. And hopefully it won't because I don't want my computer to get baking soda and vinegar on it. And you can also shake it up. You can see down here a little bit of the baking soda is still reacting, so you can help react it by shaking it around. And so I don't know if you can hear it or not, but the reaction's almost done. You don't really hear much fizzing anymore. There's no more bubbles. So she does exactly right. This is perfect. It's full, completely full of carbon dioxide, but it didn't pop. So good job, Brooklyn. Did anybody else find out a different number? Or did anybody want to do it on their own and show everybody? I'm gonna wash my hands really fast. Smell like vinegar. All right, so I know, Sam, you had your own supplies. Did you want to try it or did you already try it?
I did not try it. Did you already try the quart?
No, if you want to do that one, that'd be great.
Okay, so you did the math and you had 2.2 teaspoons of was it
Yeah, that was
baking soda,
right.
and then 3 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon of vinegar.
Okay. So if you want to go ahead and if you want to try it and show the class while you're doing it, that'd be great.
Okay, I got the quart size right here. Would you use the baking soda first?
It doesn't matter as long as so I put baking soda in the bag first. So probably that'd be the best way to do that. So go ahead and do it that way.
One. How much vinegar would you add?
So for me, I said yesterday it was 50 milliliters, and then add about a little bit more than that, so about 60. Now that would be about a quarter of a cup.
Quarter of a cup?
Yeah. You have a quarter cup measuring?
Yeah, I do. Man, that reminds me of Easter.
Oh yeah, the strong vinegar smell. And the quart size is funner to do because you get a better reaction and it gets pretty big.
up.
You think it's gonna pop?
I don't think so.
That's good. Yeah, so it's getting pretty big.
I think it stopped inflating.
Yeah, it looks like it's about, yeah, looks like it's done. All right, well, good job. It's just about right. What you want. So it's full with gas, but it's not popping. All right, well, thank you, Sam. Did anybody else have supplies that they wanted to try it, or did anybody else have a calculation they wanted to try? All right, well, we'll stop here for today. If nobody else has anything else they wanted to try, you can try it at home if you want. It's really fun. I mean, it's it's not as fun to watch somebody do that. It's a lot funner to do it for yourself. So I definitely recommend if you have the supplies to try it sometime. And then we're going to just review for the final exam next week. You should have your final exam study guides at this point. And so we're going to have Zoom meetings every day next week where you just come to class and work on the packet, ask questions if you have them. And the final exam will be multiple choice. It'll be on Google Drive. And I think it's about 60 multiple choice questions. So similar to other tests you've had on Google Drive, where the calculations will all be multiple choice. Do you have any questions about the study guide so far, or the final exam, or anything else?
Yeah, I do. When is the final exam due?
Oh, that's a good question. For every class, we're told that Sunday night, May 10th, we have to give out the exam for every class. And then it's due back on Friday the 15th. So all teachers should be doing the same thing, where you give it out on Sunday, May 10th, and you have to turn it back in to the teacher on Friday, May 15th. And then the study guide is due Friday, May 15th as well. It's due for a grade. Now, if you want the answers in advance, you'll have to show me you did the work. And so you have to submit the exam or the review packet to me before you get the answers. And then once I see you did all the work, then you can get the answers for the review guide. And be sure if it's a math problem that you are showing your steps. Don't just write down a number for the math problem, because I need to know how you got that number for you to get credit for that question. Anything else before we go today? All right, babe, well, have a good day, and I'll see you on Monday.